Aurora and Arthur Petrova, shopping at Lakeside Shopping Center and the final Bible study of the year 2016. Friday dawns dismal, a 30th of December, a morning so bleak that the soul would remember. At 18 Harrowway, in the Chelmsford-bound chill, the Petrova family wakes with a stubborn set will. They moved from a flat that was cramped and was small, and now they have stairs and a wide-reaching hall. Petar adjusts his blue glasses, rectangular and bright, while checking the window for any sign of the light. Maria is there, with her orange-rimmed frames, while the kitchen-bound kettle plays its steamy hot games. Her hair is crimped long, in two plaits like a fire, but her heart is a bird on a tension-filled wire. She pulls down her sleeves, long and orange and thick, for showing her skin makes her feel truly sick. She was burned by a kettle, quite accidentally, so she hides all the scars, and she lives very gently. Dobar den, mutters Petar, his Bulgarian deep. Today is the day that we wake from our sleep. Kak si Mariga. The morning is gray, but we have much to do on this penultimate day. The hallway is busy with pets and with noise, as the animals battle for pedigree toys. Harlow the Dalmatian, a princess of grace, looks up with a smile on her dappled furred face. She wears a pink collar, a regal attire, with a spirit as warm as a midwinter fire. Good morning, my master, she says with a bow. I require my breakfast immediately now. She is the apple of everyone's eye, a royal-born creature under the Essex-bound sky. But Kiev is lurking, a villainous cat, a ginger-furred tabby, quite naughty and fat. You're a pathetic waste of a dog, he declares, as he sharpens his claws on the mahogany stairs. He speaks formal English with a cynical sneer, the most loquacious villain they've seen all this year. Shut up, you foul beast, Harlow says with a bark. You're just a mean shadow that lives in the dark. Kiev just laughs as he plans a new crime, wasting his hours and his feline-led time. Aurora and Arthur come down with a stomp, ready for shopping and consumerist romp. Aurora is 10, with pink glasses so neat, and a talkative nature that's bitter and sweet. This morning is bollocks, she says with a scowl. Her mood is as dark as a wintertime owl. I don't want to go to the shops or the mall. I'd rather stay home and do nothing at all. Arthur is 8, with green glasses that shine, and a voice that is loud, and a penchant to whine. I'm hungry. I'm tired. This house is a pit, he screams as he throws a small morning-time fit. They are both so loquacious, they never stop talking, even when they are sleeping or eating or walking. The cacophonous noise is enough to provoke a man who is tired of the family yoke. The children just chatter and grumble and groan, while Maria just sighs in a motherly tone. They march to the drive where the Audi is parked, a red-painted beast that has frequently sparked. It's a 2009 model, an A3 with pride, though Aurora thinks it's quite hideous inside. It's a fossil, a relic, a diesel-fed shame, she shouts at her father, who's taking the blame. Petar ignores her and opens the door, while the frost-covered gravel is crunching the floor. He sits in the seat, grips the wheel with a sigh, as the diesel engine begins a low, metallic cry. Aurora climbs in with a sibilant hiss. I'd rather be dead than be seen in all this. This car is so peak, it's a total disaster. Can't you drive it any bit smoother or faster? She adjusted her pink frames with a look of disgust, watching the dashboard all covered in dust. Petar snaps back. Just shut up and sit. I'm not in the mood for your 10-year-old wit. They hit the A130, a ribbon of gray, as the Petrovas drive through the cold weather day. Maria is quiet. She sits in the front, while Arthur is starting his food hunting hunt. "Can we go to McDonald's?" he asks with a plea. "I'm starving to death, can't you clearly all see?" He kicks at the seat with his small, heavy feet, making the journey a less than calm feat. Maria just shivers. Her orange-rimmed frames are fogging up quickly as the heater vent flames. She won't take her coat off. She won't show her skin, for the memory of boiling hot water is in. She touched the dashboard, quite accidentally, then pulled back her hand, very, very intently. "Stop kicking the chair, you little shit," she says low, as the red Audi follows the traffic-led flow. Arthur just grumbles and stares at his knees, while the wind rattles hard through the frost-bitten trees. Lakeside appears like a crown in the mist, a place where the shoppers and wallets exist. Petar is fuming, the traffic is slow. "Move your fat asses! Just get up and go." He swears at the drivers who block up the way. "You fucking morons! You're ruining the day!" The congestion is here to exacerbate pain as the late December drizzle turns into a rain. He finds a small spot in the concrete-lined maze where the sapphire blue glasses catch the neon-lit haze. Maria is anxious. She looks at the crowd where the voices are frantic and loquacious and loud. "Let's just get the shopping done quickly," she says, as the family enters the mall-scented haze. "I hate this place, Petar. It's far too busy. The height and the noise make me feel rather dizzy." Petar just grunts as he locks up the car, dreaming of being in a Bulgarian bar. The escalators rise like a silver-tongued dream through a jungle of tinsel and festive-lit steam. Aurora is bored. She is picking at lace with a look of pure apathy over her face. "I hate buying clothes. It's a waste of my time," she tells her small brother in a sibilant rhyme. Arthur is dragging his feet on the stone, letting out a deep, prepubescent lead moan. They walk past the windows of glass and of gold, where the fashion is new, but the spirit is old. "I want a toy," Arthur screams at a store, as he drops to his knees on the polished tile floor. Aurora just rolls her pink glasses and sighs, while the shoppers all pass with their judging-filled eyes. "This is abysmal," she mutters with spite. "I've been in this building for half of the night." She trips on a hanger, quite accidentally, then glares at a mannequin quite vehemently. "I'm hungry. I'm hungry," the young boy repeats as they walk past the smells of the sugary treats. Arthur wants KFC, chicken and spice. He thinks that the Colonel is wonderfully nice. But Petar is stubborn. He points to the M. "We're going to Macca's. It's better for them." Arthur is livid. His green glasses shake. "I hate it. I hate it. For goodness' sake." He shouts at his father, "You're a cunt and a pig," as the anger in Petar grows dangerously big. "You'll eat what I buy, or you'll starve in the car," he yells as they walk to the golden-arched bar. The food court is packed with the holiday crowd, and the noise is exceptionally, loquaciously loud. Arthur is fuming. He won't take a seat until he's provided with something to eat. Petar's blue glasses are steaming with rage, like a lion that's trapped in a shopping mall cage. They sit at a table. The mood starts to lift, as the super-standard burgers are given as gift. The fries are well salted, the nuggets are hot, and Maria is happy with all that she's got. She bites into beef with a Bulgarian grin. "This is the best that our day has all been." "Vkusnoy, Petar, the flavor is fine. I feel like I'm finally starting to shine." Aurora is eating with ecstatic delight. The burger is tasty and perfectly right. They chew and they swallow. They lick at their thumbs, as the salt and the grease make their senses go numbs. "It's yummy," says Aurora, her pink glasses bright. "I could eat this for breakfast and dinner and night." It's bare tasty. It's actually pang. It's better than listening to Arthur's harangue. The food is so super standard, consistent and fast, and they hope that the piece is destined to last. But Arthur is sulking. He won't touch a fry. There is a dark, stormy look in his green-lensed eye. "This food is disgusting. It's shit and it's cold," he screams with a temper that's brave and is bold. He picks up his burger and throws it away. I'm not eating this garbage, no matter the day. He kicks at the table. He yells at the room, while the rest of the family is filled with a gloom. You're a cunt, he tells Pitar, a stupid old fool, as he breaks every public-faced, social-led rule. The burger hits a passerby, quite accidentally, who looks at the boy very, very intensely. The tantrum is notorious, humiliating and loud, attracting the stares of the food court-led crowd. Pitar is shaking, his blue glasses flare, as he struggles to breathe in the fry-scented air. You little bastard, he roars at the lad. You're making your father exceptionally mad. Maria is mortified, hiding her face, wishing she could vanish from this neon-lit place. She pulls at her sleeves, her orange plates shake as her heart starts to suffer a motherly ache. Arthur, please stop, she whispers in vain, but the boy is a vessel of anger and pain. Aurora is laughing, she finds it all funny. He's acting like someone has stolen his money. Look at him go, he's a total wet wipe. He's living the typical Arthur-led hype. She watches the drama with pink-rimmed delight as Arthur continues his tantrum-led fight. The shoppers are whispering, pointing their hands, as the Petrova name falls like castles on sands. It's a scene of disaster, of public-faced shame, and Pitar is shouting his son's given name. We're leaving this shithole, he roars with a grunt. Get up and get out, you ungrateful little cunt. They march back to the Audi, their heads hanging low, as the afternoon sky starts to lose all its glow. Pitar is driving with white-knuckled grip, while Aurora is giving him sibilant lip. That was embarrassing, Dad. You're a mess. You've caused us all massive and mental-led stress. Arthur is quiet now, staring at rain, feeling the weight of his father's disdain. His green glasses reflect the dark, rainy street as the heater is blowing a dry, dusty heat. Shut the fuck up, Pitar says to the glass as he watches the Thuric-bound scenery pass. We're going to church to find some peace and some light before we all kill each other tonight. Maria is silent, her orange coat tight, as she prays for the strength to survive through the night. They're heading to study the word and the way, to finish the end of this wretched lead day. They arrive at the church. It is warm and is lit, though Pitar is feeling a spiritual bit. Pastor Ajay is waiting. He's 52, with a smile that is wide and is honest and true. He wears red trainers and a suit that is black, with gray-rimmed glasses and a gift for the knack of making the people feel welcome and home, no matter how far they are destined to roam. Pitar, Maria, he booms with a shout. I'm so glad the Petrovas have finally come out. Shanti, my friends, let the Lord guide your way at the end of this cold and this Essex-bound day. He shakes Pitar's hand with energetic grace, with a look of pure joy on his pastoral face. Pitar adjusts his blue glasses and sighs. We've had a long day under lakeside-bound skies. Ajay just laughs. Well, the Lord is right here to help us all finish this 2016 year. Inside the hall, there is glitter and gold, and stories of faith that are yet to be told. Gracie Spencer is there from the Australian heat, with ginger-furred hair and a look that is sweet. She's 24 in a green winter coat, with a voice like a sun-drenched Australian-led note. G'day, she exclaims. Is it time to begin? I'm ready to wash away every last sin. This weather is bloody abysmal. It's true. It's fair dinkum freezing. I'm turning quite blue. She checks her silver watch with a grin on her face, adding some spice to this holy lit place. Nia Kotecha is leaning on walls. His talkative nature is filling the halls. He's 19 and tall, in a leather-bound jacket, and he's making a rhythmic, loquacious lead racket. Yo, what's the move? Is it peak? Is it lit? Is this the place where the sinners all sit? He asks with a wink. Nia is energetic, he can't stay still, he moves with a rhythmic and London-born will. He walks to the drums, takes the sticks in his hand, and starts to create a percussive lead band. Listen to this. It's a vibe. It's a beat. It's something to move all your holy lead feet, he shouts as he taps with his leather-clad toes, while the energy inside the church hall room grows. He talks in a slang that is rapid and fast about how the 2016 year is now in the past. Trust me, It's peak. We're gonna go hard, like a king in a deck of a spiritual card. Wagwan to the Petrovas. Glad you could reach. I'm ready to drum while the pastor starts to preach. He never stops talking, he's loquacious and loud, the most vocal member of all of the crowd. He sits by the drums with a grin and a wink. In the back of the room, in a chrome-plated chair, sits a boy with a quiet and non-verbal air. Anukampa is 12, in a coat that is black, with a spiritual weight on his small, sturdy back. He is dressed as an elf, for the season is near, though his silence is something that people might fear. He uses makaton. His hands are his voice, making a rhythmic and manual choice. Deaconess Pritu is 50 and kind, with a peaceful and motherly, prayer-filled mind. She is dressed as an elf, too, with brown-rimmed frames, while the rest of the world plays its loud-mouthed games. She wears a pink coat that is fuzzy and bright, a beacon of warmth in the church hall-lit night. She sits by the boy, with a hand on his arm, keeping him safe from all spiritual harm. The service begins with a holy lit hush, as Petar feels a spiritual, Bulgarian-led rush. He stands at the front with a mic in his hand, looking out at the small and the faithful-led band. The microphone is black, with a pouch on its side, where the power of preaching is destined to hide. He speaks of the end, of the world and the soul, of how the Almighty is in full control. We must be prepared, he declares to the room, for the light will eventually conquer the gloom. 2016 was a year of much strife, but we must focus now on the spiritual life. His voice is a rumble, a deep-seated sound that seems to vibrate from the carpet-lined ground. His blue glasses glint in the candlelight's glow, as he tells all the people the things they should know. Aurora and Arthur are bored to the core. They've heard all these sermons so many times more. Aurora is whispering into his ear, I wish I was home and away from all here. This is so long, it's a total dead vibe. I can't even begin to properly describe how much I'd rather be watching TV than listening to Dad and the things he can see. Her pink glasses slip as she lets out a sigh, while a look of resentment is in her dark eye. Arthur is fidgeting, swinging his legs. His patience is drier than dregs in the dregs. I'm still fucking hungry, he mutters solo. How much more of this have we got to go? My green glasses are itching. My stomach is sore. They're the most talkative pair in the whole of the pew. Then comes a sound that is piercing and shrill, as Anukampa loses his quietened lead will. The boy in the wheelchair starts crying out loud, attracting the eyes of the prayer-filled crowd. He rocks back and forth with a visceral force, as the sermon on endings has taken its course. Pritu is worried. She signs with her hands, but the boy's inner world is a desert of sands. The noise is a cacophony, jagged and sharp, like a broken stringed note on a heavenly harp. It starts to exacerbate Petar's own stress as he looks at the boy in his elf-patterned dress. The crying is heavy. It's full of a pain that falls on the room like a midwinter rain. Pritu is trying to calm down the lad, but his mood has turned suddenly, frantically bad. Pastor Ajay is looking quite bothered and red as he thinks of the things that are yet to be said. He stands by the pulpit, his gray glasses shine. Please, Deaconess Pritu, keep the boy into line. Nia stops drumming and stands by his seat. Yo, Pastor, the kid's just feeling the heat. It's bare loud in here. He's probably stressed. Let's give him a minute to feel a bit blessed. He speaks in his slang with a worried lead frown. Don't let the vibe of the service go down. Ajay is fuming. His temper is raw, defying the gentle and spiritual law. Shut the fuck up, Nia, and put your arse on the chair, naughty boy, he screams, destroying the last of the pastoral joy. Suddenly, Anukampa crawls out of his chair with a look of defiance and wild-hearted air. He drops to the carpet, he moves on the floor, toward the place where the pastor is standing and more. Nia is running. Wait, little man, stop. This isn't the place for a crawl and a hop. But the boy is as fast as a bolt from the blue, moving past every mahogany pew. He's fast for an elf, in his black-coated skin, moving away from his mother and kin. He reaches the front where the Petrovas sit, and Petar is having a Bulgarian bit. What is he doing? Maria cries out, as her orange sleeves flutter in panic and doubt. He's at Ajay's feet, on the rug by the stage, a manifestation of nonverbal rage. Then comes the moment that no one expected, a scene that can never be truly corrected. Anukampa, frustrated and pushed to the brink, does something that makes all the holy ones blink. He reaches his hands to the waist of his pants and ignores all the pastor's commands and his rants. With a tug and a pull, they fall down to the floor in front of the pastor and many folk more. He sits there quite bare, with a grin on his face, in the middle of this most holy lit place. Pastor Ajay is shocked, his composure erased, looking down at the boy with his dignity debased. "God have mercy," he yells with a face that is red, as he thinks of the words that should never be said. This is an outrage, a public display. I've never seen anything like this today. Mary too is weeping, she's mortified now, as she wipes at the sweat on her motherly brow. She rushes to Anukampa, hiding his skin from the eyes of the people and pastoral kin. She uses her pink coat to cover him up, as the drama is filling her sorrow-led cup. Ajay is finished, he's had quite enough of the boy, and the noise, and the trouser-led stuff. The service is over, everyone leave. "This isn't the way that I want to achieve," he shouts as he tugs at his black suited sleeve. "This is abysmal, a holy disgrace. I want every person out of this place." He's pomegranate red, he is shaking with ire, his patience has fallen into a fire. Nia is standing as still as a rock, while the pastor is watching the ticking fast clock. "Let's go." Pitar bellows, he grabs at his kin. "I'm not staying here in this temple of sin." He's angry and tired and ready for bed, with 1,000 Bulgarian thoughts in his head. "Haide!" he shouts as they run for the door. They can't take the drama and noise anymore. They run for the Audi, the red-painted car, which feels like a sanctuary, better by far. Maria is shaking. Her orange-rimmed frames are reflecting the church hall's festive-lit flames. "That was fucking crazy," Aurora declares, as they hurry away from the church hall-led cares. "Did you see his bum? It was totally peak. I won't need to talk for the rest of the week." Petar starts the engine. The diesel roar sounds as they speed away from the holy lit grounds. They enter the house at 18 Haraway, at the end of a long and a trouserless day. Harlow is waiting, the Dalmatian of pride. "Welcome home, master. Please step inside." She wags her dappled tail with a royal-born grace and licks at the tears on Maria's own face. But Kiev is perched on the mahogany rail with a flick of his ginger and villainous tail. "You look like a mess," he says with a sneer. "The most loquacious failures I've seen all this year. You went for a prayer, and you came back with shame. You're really not living up to your Petrova name." He hisses at Petar, he mocks them with style, with a wicked and feline-led villainous smile. Petar just sighs, takes his blue glasses off, and gives a small, Balkan-led, tired-out cough. 2016 is over, he says to the room.